Hello everybody, my name is Iceface. Today I wanted to show you how you can have a career in EVE Online by trading between Highsec and Nullsec, and how this is quite a profitable career path to take. So what it's based upon is that stuff is very readily available in trade hubs in Highsec. For example, Jita here. Example would be the Gila. Because something is very accessible, the prices are often low. So you can see here, a Gila here will go for 165 mil here. The thing is, in Nullsec, it's a lot harder to get these ships from the trade hubs to Nullsec, or if you're in a region of Nullsec where it's hard, like you can't get these ships, for example, the Gila, from pirate ships, then the prices obviously are going to be a lot higher there. So what you can do is you can then grab these and then take them to Nullsec and sell them there for profit. Now, here's the thing. Often people will use jump freighters to bring these ships to Nullsec, but the thing is, jump freighters are extremely expensive, like 10 billion each, require tons of skills, and also a lot of fuel to transport stuff. So what I do is I use wormholes to take these to Nullsec. It doesn't have to be done with the Gila. This is just something I often do because it's a very profitable and useful ship. But it can be done with any other item in the game. It doesn't have to be even a ship. What I use is wormholes, and I scan wormholes in Nullsec, and I use them to find a wormhole that goes to Highsec, and then I just transport the ship to there. Now, there's two ways you can transport, in this case, a Gila to Nullsec. One is you just you fly the ship, just manually buy a Gila and fly the ship directly to Nullsec. But what I actually do is I go in the blueprints and transport the blueprint. Now, the reason why I use a blueprint is that blueprints can be then transported to Nullsec, and you can buy the minerals in Nullsec because the minerals are readily available in Nullsec because you've got lots of miners, hopefully, in your corp selling minerals, and you can then buy these in Nullsec and use it to construct the Gila there. The reason I think it's very good to use a Gila blueprint over a Gila ship is that you can. It's a lot safer to just transport the blueprint in an interceptor than going directly in a Gila, because an interceptor, so the one I use is a malediction. The reason these are so good to transport small valuable items in, such as the blueprint, is because these guys are immune to warp disruption field bubbles or bubbles, and also can align and travel really quickly, so you're saving a lot of time as well. The only thing is you have to wait for these to be built. But you can also transport multiple of these blueprints at a time. So if we look in the market here in Catch, we can see that Gilas are sold for the minimum sell order is 200 million. Before, it was actually at 230, so I was selling them even more. You can just put an order that's just a few ISK less than this one, and since the Gila is a really popular ratting ship in this case in Nullsec, then they often are bought quite quickly within a day. And a good way to check if an item will sell. This is important actually, because you need to know. You don't want to like haul something down here and then no one buys it. It's that you look at the quantities thing in the price history. This tells you how many orders have happened in a day. So it can be both a sell order and a buy order. And the thing is, low means the lowest sell or buy order, and the high means the highest sell or buy order. So it definitely means people are buying it for 230. So it means that, okay, yeah, there is a demand for this here. We can see, okay, one was sold for this, 3 was sold, one was sold for 200, and one was also sold for 230. So we can see that there's people buying it all the time. So that's a good thing. Another example would be, I believe it's like a nightmare. There's not such a popular ship here. Yeah, you can see here, 1 sold, 0, 0, 0. It's not a popular ship here, so we wouldn't want to transport a nightmare blueprint down here, especially since it's priced quite close to the one in Jita, so we'll make a very little profit when selling it down here. So then, look, this is what I do. So this is my Highsec character, so Acey, and then I go to my alt, who's in Nullsec, and he'll then, in this case I use this guy called Venus, I use him to scan a wormhole that leads to Highsec. So he's trained into an Astero here. Make this active because this ship is made just fully fit for scanning. The good thing about this ship is that it has a covert ops cloak, so you can get sneakily past any people who try to camp you, etc. So what I'll do now is I'll try to look for a wormhole, and then I'll show you how you can find your way back to Nullsec quite easily. So you just want to go to the nearby systems of your base or wherever your hub for trading is in Nullsec, and scan for wormholes and see if you can find. As you can see here, I've not found that much stuff. I just found a relic site and gas site, but eventually you'll find a nice wormhole. This fit I've got here is quite fast at scanning, and is also insta-aligned, so you just instantly warp because I got a less than 2 second align. So this link for this fit will be in the description. Alright, so what you do is you have to go around your Nullsec hub. So for me, I have this location in GE8JV. This is where our Brave Empire or the Brave Collective have their home base, and this is where I'll be selling all my items. You just go around and keep scanning until you find a wormhole. When you find a wormhole, you want to go through it, and you want to go on Google and type in the system name on top left to Google, and you can do that in many ways, but you will end up finding, for example, here's an example of for example here, I'll then take the system name and type it into Google, and then we click up here, for example, Elafa, and then we find static wormholes, and we want to find one that goes to high sec or even low sec. So you see here, this N062 static leads into C5 wormhole, E53 leads into Nullsec, leads into 00 space. So you want to keep going through wormholes until you find a static that leads to high sec or low sec. Preferably high sec, but low sec also works, because if you're in a fast interceptor, it doesn't really matter if you're going through low sec. It's pretty safe anyway, since you're insta warp. Another thing you can do is you just keep scanning wormholes until you find a wandering wormhole. A wandering wormhole is like random wormholes. So statics means that there's always going to be these types of wormholes in this wormhole system. But you can also find wandering wormholes, so random wormholes. And if you find one that goes to high sec, you can use that as well. When you find a wormhole, like a low sec or high sec wormhole, you want to create a folder, and then create a shared folder. So in this case, I got wormholes GE to high here. And what I do is I save my wormholes that I find in this folder. This makes it so that I can then navigate through my alt, who can just go to this folder, this shed, and then he'll be easily able to go to them, and then bring the blueprints or ships in and out of Nullsec and high sec. What I often have, it's very lucrative, I must say. Look, you can see here, I've made some sales here. Look, I sold one for 233, a Gila for 234 here. So you can earn quite a bit of ISK doing this, and I definitely think this is an interesting route if you do not want to do a lot of combat in EVE to earn ISK. And I'm sure that there's other items that could earn even more. The reason the Gila is so popular is because it's a very good ratting platform, so often people are wanting to buy it just because it's a lot easier just to buy it directly down here in Nullsec than having to move it from up in high sec, because you want to start earning ISK quite quickly if you're in Nullsec. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this helped. Please subscribe if you did. Have a good one.